Hi, this is Jeff from LinguaSeekers, where we are building bridges through language one word at a time. In this video, we will introduce you to 30 basic verbs in Spanish. Verbs are action words. They express states, processes, or actions completed by the subject of the sentence. So we're going to introduce you to verbs so eventually you can make our way up to saying full sentences in Spanish. Verbs are a fundamental part when it comes to speaking Spanish because you have to conjugate verbs based on the tense to actually say a full sentence. Now, in English, verbs are words that have the to in front of them. So to walk, to talk, to eat, things like that. In Spanish, there are three main types of verbs, and they are based off their endings. So the first type is the AR ending verb. Hablar, meaning to talk or to speak, is an example of an AR ending verb. The other type is an IR ending verb, which is, for example, vivir, meaning to live. And the last type would be the ER ending verb, comer, meaning to eat. You'll see this pattern throughout all the verbs that we'll go over. Next, we have caminar, meaning to walk. Next, we have oír, meaning to hear. Jugar, which means to play. Ser, which means to be. And I've mentioned permanent here because there's actually another verb, which is estar, which also means to be in Spanish. Now we'll have a whole nother video explaining the difference between ser and estar specifically and when to use which one. But for basic understanding, ser is for when you're talking about permanent actions, and estar is when you're talking about more temporary actions. Moving on, we have dormir, which means to sleep, ir, which means to go, querer, meaning to want or to love, more of to want, tener, which means to have, poder, which means to be able to, trabajar, which means to walk, estudiar, which means to study, leer, which means to read, cocinar, which means to cook, aprender, meaning to learn, escuchar means to listen, comprender means to understand, poner means to put, decir, which means to say or to tell, saber means to know, venir means to come, hacer means to do or to make, dar meaning to give, ver, which means to see, gustar, which means to like, bailar, meaning to dance, and lastly, cantar, meaning to sing. Now, these are just 30 basic verbs. There's a lot more out there. You can go Google them if you want to learn more words. I would suggest that you memorize these and get them down in your head so that when we move on to more complex things, these will easily click in your head and you can use them later. Thank you for watching. Please check out our other videos.